absolute waste of your time. Just go to a lumberyard, you can buy wood.
Oh yeah, internet sensation Paul Jackman of Jackman Works. I'm so old I've been wasting time since you were a baby.
Roasted.
Yeah. Ow. I want to take a minute to talk about safety because this is probably one of the most dangerous things I've done in my shop on one of the most dangerous tools in the shop. And I know when you watch YouTube videos of all this high-speed stuff and cool camera angles, it doesn't look like we're taking this stuff seriously all the time, and you don't necessarily see the risks in their proper light. So why is this one of the most dangerous things that I've done? There's several reasons, and it's those compound reasons that's what makes it so specifically dangerous. First off, I'm cutting at a 45 to 50 degree angle on my blade here on my table saw, which just the way the blade goes through and the way the wood sits against it makes it more dangerous. It's more likely to kick back. The other thing is my table saw has the blade goes to the right to the fence side, so I have the fence on the opposite side of where I usually work, so it's less familiar. You're putting forces in different places and you're using the tool a little bit differently, so that makes it dangerous. Another thing is the wood that I'm running through has already been cut to a 45 degree angle, so it kind of comes into like a blade point which wants to get caught underneath the fence. And if it pinches, that's a real serious problem. That's why I put this sort of tape shield here. Another thing is that this wood is reclaimed and it is not good wood. It's got knots in it, it's got a lot of cracks in it, and it's got a lot of weird tensions in it. So sometimes while you're cutting, things will get stuck and released and split and fly up. All of these things are a recipe for disaster with the table saw and your personal safety. And there's one other thing that is often overlooked is the fact that I'm doing hundreds of these boards, and that repetition can be dangerous because you can get yourself into sort of a tunnel vision of process and lose sight of the dangers around you. Plus it's noisy in here, I've got music in my head. All these things can lead to you losing focus, which is the most dangerous part of anything you can do in the shop. So what do I do to combat this? I do a lot of things. First off, like I said, I put this tape seam to help prevent the edge from getting caught underneath the fence. That helps. If I'm pushing this wood that has a split and I feel that tension build up, I turn the machine off and bail. I get out of there. If it's something I feel like I can push through, I will, but if I start to just push a little bit harder and it starts to grab on me, I turn the machine off and just get rid of it. Because kickback is a concern, if I'm standing here behind the blade and it kicks back, it's going to hit me right in the gut and it's going to hurt. It's not going to kill me, but it's going to hurt. So I'm standing off to the side, so if there is a kickback problem, it goes past me and hits the wall instead of me. The other thing with kickback, of course, is if your hands are close to the blade and kickback happens, it can pull your hand into a place you don't want to be. So your hand should never be anywhere near the blade. I'm using a push stick. I'm staying up here. And again, if I feel like there's some weird pressures that are happening that could cause this push stick to fail and it to slip, I'm out. I'm away. Saving that one piece of wood is not worth losing a finger. No way, no how. And another important thing I'm doing is I'm taking lots and lots and lots and lots of breaks. So I'll do a stack, I'll walk away, I'll do something else, I'll check on paint drying, I'll check my email, I'll just get a sip of coffee, whatever. I don't want to sit and try to knock this stack out and break some record because that's where I can run the risk of getting sloppy and speeding up and losing focus. Always stay focused. At the end of the day, My own personal safety is my concern, your own personal safety is your concern, and neither of us are responsible for each other. But it is super important to understand what's happening and how it can be dangerous so you can be aware and correct those problems and deal with them as they arise. If you're not familiar with what I'm doing here, I'm turning this 95 Grumman Olson step van into an off-grid guitar store / performance venue for my business. It made more sense to me than getting a building downtown, you know, because now I can take my store anywhere. And it was also a lot more fun and sort of a creative problem-solving exercise to build it together. So there's a whole vlog series about this build, and I'm also doing some sort of breakout videos like this one where I sort of focus on one aspect of it. And this one is about the walls and turning a giant stack of pallets into these wall panels that I can easily remove and put back in case I need to do work, run wires, whatever. Now they're nowhere near done yet. I still of course have to make it look good. I have to do all the trim work and everything, and I have some fun ideas for that. This is going to come up in a future video. So go check out some of the other videos. I have this whole folding stage that I built, and there's going to be more furniture builds going in here, including this sort of guitar stand I'm working on, and there's the electrical components that are going in, the solar panels. Everything's going to be at this YouTube channel, so you can subscribe and follow along, and I'll let you know what I learn as I go, because I'm just learning as I go. All right, thanks a lot and have a good day. Be good.